this video, we are going to share with you how to create an easy 4-step savings goals for 2022. If you or someone you know is looking for the best way to set a savings goal that you will actually stick to, then you've come to the right place, because by the end of this video, you are going to have an easy 4-step blueprint that will help save enough money to buy anything you want. Welcome back, Money Masters. It's another Money Monday, where we lift the curtain on time-tested tricks and tips that have been proven to help reduce expenses and increase savings. As we mentioned earlier, today we are going to be talking about how to create easy 4-step savings goals in 2022, which will help you create savings goals that you will actually stick to so that you can afford anything you want. Before we dive in, I just want to let you know that on Wednesday, we will be discussing the difference between passive income versus active income. So if you don't want to risk missing out on that episode, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you can be notified of our next amazing video. Okay, with all that said, if you are like us and are totally committed to obtaining financial independence, then go ahead and tap that like button and let's get into it. Our simple 4-step savings goal blueprint for saving enough money to afford anything you want. Saving money can be hard, but there are a number of tools and strategies that can be used to drastically simplify the process. Saving goals are one of the best. When saving goals are done right, they create a roadmap for you to follow. If you follow it exactly, you are sure to reach your destination. It takes the things you dream about and shows you how to make them a reality. Saving goals show you exactly how to afford that dream house, that dream car, those nice clothes, that charity donation you're passionate about, and that family vacation you're longing for. Setting saving goals takes you out of the "I can't afford that" mindset and moves you into "How can I afford that" mindset. And this mindset shift will empower you to finally start taking steps towards accomplishing your goals and living your dreams. Setting a good savings goal can be done in simple steps. All it takes is answering 4 questions. Question number 1. What do you want? The first step in setting your savings goal is defining what you're saving for in the first place. In this step, you want to be very specific. Let's say you want to go on your dream vacation. You would want to know where you want to go, where you want to stay, how long you want to be there, what kind of activities you want to do, etc. What are some of the things you dream about that you want to be able to afford? Let us know in the comments below. Question number 2. How much does it cost? The second step in setting your savings goal is defining how much you'll actually need to save. If you have been specific in defining what you want, then figuring out how much it will cost is fairly simple. Depending what you're saving, you may need to do a little bit of research, but oftentimes, a quick Google search will give you all the information you need. Question number 3. When do you want it by? The third step in setting your savings goal is to define your deadline for when you would like to have all this money saved by. Setting a deadline allows you to begin with the end in mind. It gives you a day to look forward to when you will actually have the thing you want. Most importantly, it allows you to set expectations for what it will take to actually get the thing you want. Question number 4. How much do you need to save? Per day, week, month, and year? The fourth step in setting your savings goal is to define how much money you'll need to set aside each day, week, month, or year to meet your savings goal by your set deadline. This is your roadmap. Once you know how much money you need to set aside for a given period of time, you can start to budget your money in order to make this a reality. Once you have answered these 4 questions, you have created your financial goal. You now have a roadmap that shows you exactly how to get what you want by the time you want it. All you have to do is follow it. But if you incorporate some of the principles from our previous videos, like automating your savings, then following the roadmap is effortless. Let's look at a few example scenarios where setting a savings goal can help us afford anything we want. Situation number 1. Saving up for a car. Let's start by figuring out the 4 things we need to begin saving. We already know the first aspect. We're saving for a car? Easy. Now, for the next aspect, how much we'll need to save. To answer this question, we need to take a look at the prices of the car that we want to buy. For this example, let's say you want to buy an affordable car. Say a used 2009 Honda Fit for about $7,000 off a reputable marketplace. It's a bit on the smaller side for cars, but it's still got lots of value packed into it, and we're buying it used, so we're saving quite a bit here on buying a car. If you want to buy a completely new car, go ahead. Just be sure to get accurate prices for it so that you can plan it out correctly. Next, when you want the money saved up by, let's say that we want to have bought this used Honda Fit after 4 years or roughly 48 months. Great! Now that we have everything we need, an idea of what we want to buy, how much it's going to take, and when you want to accomplish this saving goal, we can plug all of this into our fourth aspect of our saving goal, which is how much you need to set aside every month. For a $7,000 used 2009 Honda Fit that you want to buy in 4 years or 48 months and therefore 48 payments, you're looking at a payment of about $146 every month. That sounds much more manageable than taking out a loan from a bank just to pay for the car in cash outright, huh? If any of you currently own or are working towards buying a car, be sure to tell us about it in the comments down below. We'd love to hear about it. Situation number 2. Preparing a 6-month emergency fund. Our second situation is when you want to start saving for an emergency fund. Before we get on with this, allow me to congratulate you for taking the first steps to building an emergency fund. Having an emergency savings fund can make the bad things that happen in life like injury, illness, or joblessness much less threatening and far more manageable. And it just gives you peace of mind during the good times too, knowing that if anything happens, you are prepared to handle it. You may already be knowledgeable about the benefits of using an emergency fund, but you may still be interested in learning more about it by checking out our videos on 7-time tested laws of money mastery and 10 common money mistakes you may be making right now. Links are in the description. Back to our example. Let's start off with what we want. You may want to build an emergency fund, and that's great, but how big of an emergency fund are you thinking of? Do you want to have enough funds to support you for 3 months? 6 months? How about a year? Consider these factors before going in and saving, because how long of a coverage you want will affect how much you'll need to save. For now, let's decide on 6 months of emergency funds. Speaking of which, in terms of how much you'll need to save, emergency funds tend to be estimated in terms of your monthly expenses. So let's say that you spend around $5,000 a month, which is about the average, according to Consumer Expenditure Survey from the US Bureau of Labor Statistics. That brings us to around $30,000 for a 6-month emergency fund. Now, time to figure out when you want it done. Let's say that you really want to get this done quickly, so you say you want to have an emergency fund after 5 years or 60 months. Some quick math tells us that we need to save $500 per month to get you that 6-month emergency fund. Do you have an emergency fund? Reply yes in the comments below. Situation number 3. Saving up money to buy a home. For saving for a home, we'd have the following financial aspects. What you'll be saving for is a house. How much will you need to save? For a house, the typical costs include upfront costs like the down payment, closing costs, and reserves, as well as ongoing costs like the mortgage payments, property taxes, maintenance costs, among others. The National Association of Realtors stated that the median price for a house was around $375,000. As for how long you'll want to take to get it, let's say you want to buy a home after 40 years. So we can estimate the amount of money that you'll need to set aside to make it happen by then, which sits at around $7,813 for every month for a total of 48 months. Setting up and automating deposits into savings accounts for each goal. By now, you'll probably see that the method that we discussed can help you out in a plethora of situations where you want to plan for and save something. That's great! Now, to automate it. Setting up a savings account to hold funds for your goals is one thing and can be very helpful in keeping your finances organized, but you can also arrange for automatic payments to be made to your respective savings accounts periodically. Why? Because humans tend to forget or tend to stop sticking to routines or long-term commitments such as this. Sure, you can argue that you're different, but having a machine automatically do it for you would make things much easier and less stressful for you. Now, if you guys have any suggestions for good banks or financial institutions to set up savings accounts with, let us know in the comments down below. That's it. That is the easy 4-step blueprint to creating savings goals that we have for you in this video. We hope you learned some very helpful insights from what we've shared with you today. Please don't forget to leave a like on our video if it was able to help inform and positively influence your financial decisions and lifestyle, and leave a comment down below about how you feel like this video will help you boost your overall income. Also, if you love our content, subscribe for more Money Masters content and updates so that you don't miss out on our next episode of Wealthy Wednesday, where we will be discussing the difference between passive income and active income. Also, we'd like you to consider sharing this video with at least one friend. It would mean the world to us if you would join us in our mission of helping good people like you keep more of what they earn and earn more from what you keep. That'll be all from us in this video, Money Masters. We'll see you in the next video.